that you started it. All right, here we go. Greetings, everyone. It is I, Toka Yatagami, and this time around, we're starting off our weekend strong with another interview with Mario Madness developer over here, FriedFrick.
Hello.
FriedFrick over here has been well known for his songs that he does, along with Golden Land. No party. What was I saying? Pretty sure Golden Land is probably the most memorable he's done. Oh no! Don't forget Overdue. All right, so let's get the thing started. You ready, FriedFrick?
Mm-hmm.
All right, first question. When did you first start your time in the Friday Night Funkin' community?
I started it in early January 2021 is when I got involved in the community, but I've been here since when week 2 first released in October 2020.
Woo! That's the earliest I've ever seen someone note about that. The earliest I ever heard was somebody saying week 7.
Week 7 was like September 2021.
Yeah. Next one. Oh, oh trust me. I remember. I don't even remember about that. Next question. What was one of the things in FNF that got you hooked to like want to start your time in the community?
It was mainly just the ease of access of modding FNF, just like modifying sprite sheets just by putting them in an image editor and then having the music be so easily replaceable. It was just a good start for like any modding in general because it was just so easy to access and the developers were so supportive of it.
Hmm. I must say I never even heard that would have been possible in most cases.
Well,
I
people do
barely.
find out.
Yeah, I mean, we may find out, but who knows? I mean, as someone who technically hasn't seen the base game in like a while, I could say with confidence that I haven't even known about that first. Well, technically before the updates and all that, like everything was just 2020 stuff. All right, next one. When did you first get you started into the Mario Madness mod?
So back in what is it? March 2022, Marco put up a post looking for help for Mario's Madness. It was like February 2022, and he put out a help wanted on Twitter. And I was like, oh, this is a Mario horror mod. I made Nintendo Mix. Maybe I should get on that. And so I didn't know anything about Mario's Madness V1 or like Marco in general because it was just something that I was interested in. I was like, maybe I should try and test my musical ability on this. Why not?
Interesting. Did you ever feel like that your Nintendo Mix mod was in a way related to Mario's Madness, aside from it like being just like a different type of character?
Well, not really. I just saw it like the premise of like a horror Mario s character playing with like the player character was just an interesting concept to me. And well, I heard from Marco that Nintendo Mix actually inspired a bit of Mario's Madness, so I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Hmm. It's a mod that's kind of it's like I think it's like a horror not like horror related mod. I was gonna say think at first that it's like the mod with the Nintendo Switch, but that looks like it's big and all that action, but I don't think it would be that. Yeah, that's V10.
Nintendo Mix is the old title for a mod called versus Sonic.exe Mario Mix, which is just basically a Mario twist on the Sonic EXE mod.
What made you want to associate your Nintendo Mix mod with in regards from the stuff in Sonic EXE?
Well, it was pretty easy, not gonna lie. It was just like, oh, these all these characters are like Sonic, but there's also like or Mario media, and it's just like, oh, I like Mario too. Maybe I should just make this Mario, make it a mix.
Hmm. And what made you go off with the name of Nintendo Mix instead of Mario Mix?
Well, Nintendo Mix was like, it's like, okay, Mario is associated with like Nintendo, just make it Nintendo Mix, whatever. And then my
All right.
friend, co-director of Mario Mix, David Green, suggested why not name it Mario Mix because it's also associated with like the DDR game. I was like, oh, that's smart. We'll just name it Mario Mix.
Okay. I see it. What were some of the best mods that you took part in during your time in the community?
Let's see. Like currently taking part in or in
Like
the past?
any in general that you took part in.
Uh, Classified, Mario Mix, Mario's Madness, uh, Petrifying Plumbers in the future. There's also some secret ones. There's PB Nightmare Evil, uh, Neon Genesis Funkalion. That's an old mod, and
Hmm.
I think that's pretty much the stuff that I took a big role in.
What was the roles that you took part in other than music, or was that just the bass thing?
I always took part in music, but for certain things like either like Mario Mix or Mario's Madness, I would do some little art concepts since I began as an artist early in my life. So I just helped from time to time conceptualizing some things.
Hmm. What were some of the things that you helped conceptualize in the mods that you took part in, like Mario's Madness, for an example?
Mario's Madness. I came up with the sprite for Chris Pratt. Nate did the actual sprite, but I did the old concepts for them. And one of them was the Mario 128 icon, and that's pretty much all like the stuff for Mario's Madness. For Mario Mix, I conceptualize a lot of things because I am the main director of the mod.
Fair. Let's see. When you joined Mario's Madness at first, what made you want to make the songs of Golden Land, So Cool, and Overdue and Apparition?
Uh,
Like, what made you want to start those?
so there's certain like backstories to each of these. So for which one should I start with? Apparition. I took Apparition because I was like, maybe this could fit with my style. And while I was taking it, we were on lockdown, so I couldn't get much opinions around whether it sounded good or not. So it just kind of sounded iffy at first before I started polishing it up more.
What do you
Uh,
mean? What? I'm sorry.
Now you can go ahead.
At first, I was gonna say, what do you mean, like in terms of lockdown? Like, you mean like when the mod progress like took a halt?
No, so here's the thing. When Mario's Madness V2 was still in development, it got leaked a handful of times by someone we didn't even know at the time.
Uh,
So we had to lock down each channel to specific people, and I was not one of those people, so I only had access to like 2 channels.
which were those two channels that you say you didn't get on access to?
The only 2 channels I had access to were V1 Remakes and Power Star.
Power Star. Was that the original name that you all went for No Hope?
That was the original name until like a month into me making the song, we decided to take the name No Hope from Power Star 4.
Power Star 4. Isn't that the original Devil Mario mod, or was Mario Madness where Devil Mario first got its start?
Uh, well, Devil Mario is from a series called Power Star by Daniel Sun. It was
Ah,
made in
yeah, that comic, right?
2005.
That comic.
It was a Newgrounds animation, actually.
Oh, interesting.
and Devil Mario was originally from that series, and we decided to take him from that series because we thought he was just cool.
Okay, I see the gist. What made you want to start work on Golden Land?
Golden Land. Golden Land V2 originally started as a
Remix, I believe.
it started as a remix until like because Kenny was still doing her Golden Land V2 mix, and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, I don't really like this. I think Fry should do it instead." I was like, oh, "Okay, I guess I'm doing this now." It was originally just a remix for fun.
Got it. How did you feel when you first made Overdue, considering that was like technically one of your biggest hits?
Well, I have a lot of gripes about how the previous version of Overdue was handled, so I was like, it was made by Overdue V2 was made by I Am the Dojo of the Future, and I was like, some of these earlier work in progresses just sound better than the actual products because this sounds repetitive. It doesn't really have a certain feel to it. It should fit the character, I think. And then that's
Hmm.
how I don't know. It was kind of made out of like my gripes for how it should have sounded. So I just made a bass until Sandy wanted to work on vocals like 4 months later.
Hmm. So it was basically a collaboration between the both of you. Hmm?
Yeah, Overdue started in November of 22, and then Sandy started vocals in March of 23.
Got it. How do you feel now that since Sandy is no longer a part of the mod, that you have to like redo everything for V3?
Um, I don't know if I can answer that. I don't think so.
If anything, you can just skip this one if you want.
I think I'll skip any questions about V3 or Deluxe.
No, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I know you guys don't want anything else to get spoiled or anything, so it's completely understandable.
Yeah.
What was the approach that you tried to go for when you made Last Course?
So here's another thing. Last Course also started as a remix when Nova was still working on the mod.
Oh, you mean the one oh sorry, but you mean like the one that like made the Nova Mix version for Power Down?
Yes, that was during that time.
Got it.
Last Course was. I also had my gripes about Last Course, but I kept them private since Nova was still in the mod. But it originally started as like there's like a video on my channel called MM Challenge, and what I was doing in development was creating a remix for every song that was in the mod at the time, just as a sort of challenge to myself to see how much I could do before it releases.
Hmm.
That's what that was for. But it turned into the actual song after Nova just left and we redid all of his stuff. And Red originally wanted to be on vocals, but Sandy did also. So it's just like, okay, Sandy, you can do them.
Okay, I see. Hmm. How did you feel back when people said that Overdue was being off key, different from what you posted for the teaser in V4?
There's a lot of things going for this Overdue. So here's the thing. Overdue was not meant to have a specific key that I was going towards. I originally composed it in like a minor key, but then I did some section tests with like a little middle section and then the underwater section from Super Mario Brothers 3.
Hmm.
It was originally just a skeleton of what it now is. Sandy did most of what people would call the song being like quote unquote no. I did most of the parts that are quote unquote off key. He did some parts that just changed the whole scale of like the song.
Got it.
It was just mainly to just feel eerie and off-putting. That's what was the goal, was to fit the character before
All right.
being a quote unquote listenable song to the masses.
Hmm. What type of theme did you go for during your songs in Mario's Madness? Like, what was your first ideas?
Um, so my goal for always like any FNF song is just to fit the character and feel of how they represent how they represent themselves, like say for example like when I was first drafting No Hope, I was like, oh, Devil Mario has Super Mario World sprites. He has this. He has like he's always nearby the castle, so maybe I should put strings, orchestral elements, and a bit of the Super Mario World sound font.
Hmm. Interesting. What made you want to make remixes of the songs that were made? Like, Oh God, No, Dark Forest. I pretty much think those were the only two that you did a remix of.
There's specific cases for each of them. Uh, Oh God No was like it was originally for Challenge, which I never finished. But I wanted that one to have an orchestral rock element to it. Dark Forest, I wanted the song to feel more like the the Coronation Day original ROM hack. I wanted it to have that feel that the ROM hack had and its instruments that it had, so I just had the sound font lying around. I just say, why not just use it for this?
Oh, I see. Were there some other mods that you took interest in before going into the ones that you're in now?
I mean, like specific mods that I'm in right now. Like,
Well, yeah, like other mods that you're taking, like let's say for an example, let's say that you had an idea to go into like hotline or troubleshooting, for example.
hmm. Sorry, you might have to rephrase that one. I'm getting a bit confused.
Nah, it's okay. So like, let's say that if you didn't want to take part in Mario Madness, for example,
hmm
what would be like another mod you would want to take part in other than that?
Uh, if you're talking about my mindset back then, I would have back then I wanted to join Orpal Guy because I like some of Kiwi Quest songs.
Hmm.
And there was one other one. I still want to join Hotline, but it's way high of a bar for my music capabilities.
Technically the fame on the amount of songs that you made in the past say otherwise. I'm being honest.
Hmm.
I mean, if you think about it in a way, just look at how big your remix has gone and all that.
Yeah, that's true.
Back when did you ever see the overdue retake version from the two people, Rick's FX and Nifrig Music?
Oh, I helped with that. Nefrig asked me to. Well, my friend Campbell asked if Nefrig could have the overdue chromatics and scales and stuff, and so I was like, okay, it, I know this guy. You can have him.
Hmm.
And I watched it when it first released. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is a different take on the song. I like it,
Interesting.
but I just
How
thought it
did you
was cool.
got it? How did you feel when Overdue Retake first came out? Like, how did you like? What were your emotions?
Uh, I was pretty. There's a difference between me, like my thoughts on like the actual song and how I felt when it first released. Uh, I thought it was cool because it is like it's like a big thing to have your tracks remixed or retaken because
Hmm,
it is your song. You have people making different versions of your song. So it does
interesting.
mean a lot as an artist.
That is fair. That is fair. Did you ever think to yourself, like with music, with retakes of the original songs, did you ever think to yourself that maybe those retakes could be actual versions to previous songs from mods? Like, let's say there was a retake version of Bad Day, and then that retake would be used as like a V3 for the update. What would be your thoughts on that type of stuff?
I mean, to be honest, it just all depends whether it's all just depends on what the director wants. But I
Hmm.
can't say for sure because I've never been in that situation for Mario Mix because I've mainly made all the songs myself.
Got it. Got it. How did you feel when you first started to make Mario Mix? Well, Nintendo Mix. Like when you first started to make the mod and direct it.
Uh, so Nintendo Mix, it was so the concepts came first in the video. Those video concepts were a thing that I made when I was still in the FNF modding community server, and that became a mod. Well, I wanted to make it a mod starting off, but I didn't really have any people that were interested or any people that I knew. So I got I got David Green from my YouTube comments because he was interested in it and he also made some art for it in his community post. And I was like, maybe I should DM him about getting this a thing.
Right. Before we continue on with my questions, Temmie over here would like to ask something, if you don't mind.
All right.
Temmie, you're good to go.
Can I ask both of my questions?
Yeah, go. Yeah, go ahead. I don't mind at all.
My first question is, so I've taken interest in a lot of other uh horror Mario or just kind of Mario mods like that. So are there any other concepts that you thought were cool and maybe one to include in your mod? One I think about a lot is the song Personalized. I think that one's really cool. Um, do you know about that, or do you know about any other songs like that?
Um, Personalized. It's like I think I used to be on that mod. If it's the one that I know that you're talking about, the one with Wet Dry World.
Yeah. Yes.
I used to be on that mod.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
I don't know if there would be any specific songs that have that specific like thing, but I would probably think Classified.
Okay.
Classified is looking to be a really promising mod, especially version 1.5.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I think it's like Mario X or something, but it has you play as this some like OC, and there's a song with Speedrunner Mario, and there's two songs with like Piracy Mario or something. I don't remember the name of it, but that was another one I was thinking of.
That's Antiverse.
Antiverse, thank you. Yeah, I'm actually a really big fan of the song Party Pooper in that mod. But yeah. And the other question I wanted to ask was, did you ever hear of the song Wrong Way, or basically any of the Robot Chicken Mario? Was that ever planned to be in the mod? Or, you know.
No, concepts like those were never like anything that we had in mind. Those weren't even by us like at all. Uh, there were only a handful of actual leaked concepts that were supposed to be for the mod, but people didn't know at the time.
I think Burger Shop was, but that's the only one I know that I saw that was meant to be in the mod but got cut.
Yeah, that was one that got cut pretty early into development.
Well,
Uh,
nah,
there were a handful of April Fool's concepts that we made, but those were obviously never meant for the mod.
okay, thank you. Those were my
Alright.
questions.
Yeah, no problem. And if you have like at least any more that you want to ask like later on, you can just tell me during the interview. All right. Next one. I saw on your channel at one point that you made a song called Hysteria. What was the reason that you went behind to make that song?
Okay, so the backstory behind Hysteria. So there's this one gift where okay, so it's a gift that plays in the video
Mm-hmm.
where Mario walks through the castle and he
Okay.
meets a decrepit Peach, and then he gets stabbed by a toad, and then who says, "We all go a little mad sometime, haven't you?" And I basically came up with a story for that because I had researched that there is like no backstory behind this gift. I don't even know who made it in the first place. I just found it as a gift through the Monday Night Massacre server. Someone just sent it. I was just like, oh, this looks interesting. So I
Got
just
it.
made like a whole story for just something that has no backstory.
I see. When you said Mario walking, was that an inspiration from Rick FX's song Out of Time?
Can I repeat that?
When you were mentioning about Mario walking before Toad stabbed him, was that an inspiration from Rick FX's song Out of Time?
No, it's it's really everything is just based off the GIF itself. I didn't make the GIF. I only made the song that goes along with it.
Hmm, interesting. See. How did you feel when you first worked on Funka Leon at first?
And there's the GIF right there if you're curious.
Oh, I see. So it looks a little bit medieval to me. I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. I seen in your one of your videos 2 years ago something about Mr. Alopecia for Mario Madness Deluxe. Is that still going to be in the mod, or is that just going to be like a canceled song that wasn't going to be in there?
It's just Mr. Alopecia. I can't say much more about it.
Ah, okay, fair enough. What was I also see the fact that you made it in Mickey Speedway USA. What was that based off of?
Well, it was based off the game of it's based off the game of the same name. I've just been really attached to that game since I was 6 years old. It's just
Hmm,
it's just an attachment to a game that I loved in early childhood. I wanted to make a little song concept based off of it.
got it. Did you ever have some work in progress songs that you want to get out but never did have the chance for?
Mm, it's either that a lot of my work in progresses go to like an actual mod and just have not released yet, but then there are other ones that went to mods that have been canceled and I just never chose to release. But those are really old work in progresses. I may release them later on down the line if anybody cares about those.
Oh, hopefully that the day for those releases will definitely come out. I mean, as someone who really likes your works, I can say that I'm more or less excited.
Hmm.
Alrighty. What made you want? Nah, I was about to say another question that I said before. Hmm. Oh, what was the reason that Empire None from Friday Night Monsters on Monsters was never finished?
Uh, I just, I just, I just forgot about it, and well, that was just a fan song. I sent it to Kumi, one of the directors of Friday Night Monster Monsters, and he made a chromatic scale for it. I just never went back to it because I had other mod work to do.
All right, I see that. Will Nintendo mix of your Mario mod ever get like a gameplay showcase when the mod comes out, or has it been out?
Oh, Mario Mix has had like one gameplay showcase in recent time. That is what the mod currently looks like. There is some other stuff that we haven't shown yet, but that's gonna have to wait until a later time until we can be ready to actually show it.
I see. That's very fair. Huh. Mario Party V2. Interesting. Hmm. What made you want to do that All Star Act 4 vocal retake that you did before you showcased what you did in Mario Madness?
So it was a collab originally. So I was collabing with two other friends of mine, Colosseum and Ad Revenue. Uh we were doing a vocal retake of All Stars Act 1, 2, 3, and 4, just all of All Stars. And that I was like, I should take All Stars since I have all of the FLPs and such. So I just did it for fun. I was like, what if I just take a different approach from the vocals that Wabox and Red made?
Interesting. When you made your unbombable cover of Unbeatable, who is the characters that are featured in the song cover?
Uh, okay, it starts with Morshu and then goes to Wonam and then goes to Ganon. The ones as a replacement for Schmick and Lactu are the King and Impa. And I just made it for fun after Unbeatable was finished because I didn't know that there was there's more shoes. Uh Actually, I don't know whether the Morshu sprite came before or after I was doing Unbombable, but I decided to complete the song after that because I I'm one of the only two people that have like the full unbeatable FOP. So I just decided why not just make all the chromatic scales for all these
Got it.
characters.
All right. I also see that you did some Mario Madness remixes before the V2 came out. What was the inspiration of that?
You mean like the day out one?
Well, no, not the day I one or anything. There's a channel that shows remixes of Mario Madness songs that you did before V2 came out, as it said in your description. Basically, the link that I just sent.
Oh, Remix Challenge.
Yes. What made you want to start that?
Well, it's mainly just testing my musical capability because I'm always really keen on improving as a musician. So trying out all these different styles of songs and just reinventing them from like different like composers, because all these composers have different styles and the way they make music themselves. So
Yeah.
I thought I would learn something from remaking them or turning them into something else.
Interestingly enough. How did you get chosen to do some of the some of the OST soundtracks, like the save and load music, the pause music, and pretty much some of the game over ones that are shown in your channel? Like for No Hope. Let me see what else. Let's see. Yeah, No Hope, Overdue, Game Over, and I think there's like a few more pause music and all that action. Like, what made you start those?
Uh, so all of those are like, okay, for each of them, like all the miscellaneous stuff, like the credits, the options, the pause music, those are just stuff that I thought would fit as like because then the credits menu, it didn't have a song yet, so I took that one. The options menu didn't have one, and I thought a little a little theme would fit. And since we're going for like the theme of like Mario Paint for some of the music, maybe I should just make a cover of the save and load from Mario Paint. And then the pause music, that's where that also stems from. Is just because the pause music in Mario's Madness V1 was just the original Mario Paint song. So it's just like maybe I should do the other two that were in the game. For the game overs, it was just mainly self-explanatory because I did No Hope and Overdue, so why not just make the game overs for those, because they each had unique game overs.
It's pretty much fair in a way, I must say. When I also see that you released a song called 115 Jammer, is that all? Is that from a mod that's been out for a bit, or was that just a fan made song?
Oh no, 115 Jammer isn't for really anything, but it's a channel bit. It's a bit that's been going on the channel for about a year, and I
Mm-hmm.
believe that my audience is also in on it. So I keep making 115 jammers. There's not a certain pattern to it, even though that they're increasing in number. There's not gonna be a certain pattern after that.
All right, I see. Do you ever feel like that you want to leave the FNF community at any point in life?
Oh, definitely, definitely. As of like recent as the mainly like last year when the community was bombarding us with even more stuff just about either the mod or the Sandy situation or how each song sounds or the art, mainly everything about the mod, like someone
So,
had a gripe about.
so it was all critique opinions for like on how people want it.
There's some of them that weren't even really critiques or opinions. They were just spewing negativity without any
Like
constructive
explanation.
criticism at all.
I see. I see. If you ever do want to leave from the FNF community, what do you think that you want to do once you do make your leave? Other than
I
music.
believe there might be two communities that I will migrate to. Because there might be something for two halves of my audience. For the musical side, I might be going into Deltarune and or Vocaloid content. And
Okay.
then for the gaming side, when I post a few gaming clips, I'll be moving over to Roblox as I've been on the platform since 2014.
All right. What approach do you want to go for whenever you do Deltarune or Vocaloid music?
Uh, the Deltarune stuff, it's like so when I posted the one Asgore Chapter 5 fan made theme, that's kind of the approach that I want to go. It's just making fan stuff, maybe covers, but there are already a few covers of Deltarune songs. Vocaloid stuff. It will mainly be original stuff, all original stuff.
Interesting. Is there any music? If you were gonna make some more music, what are some musicians that would want to collab with in the future?
Uh, Mainly the people that I've met in FNF, such as Wabox, Red, Scrumbo. Um, there's another few, but that I don't know as well. That I would still like to collab with.
I see. When you mentioned Snow Red and what was the other one you said?
Scrumbo, Red, and Wabox.
Yeah, Wabox. Were you ever like at first assigned to work on Unbeatable with them, or are you just assigned to work on the other ones that you did during its production?
Well, Unbeatable was like it was like all these friends like coming together to make this big old song for the mod. Uh, I was actually one of the first collaborators on Unbeatable because Red sent me the original FLP to me to draft to like polish up the instrumentation and the mixing for later on. And I got I got on during some of the in betweens like level 1 and level 2, level 3, and then I got on for level 4 making the base for the final section.
Got it. I also heard, I believe, like at one point later on in time, that the actor for Mr. Steal Your Soul, is still around. Is that true?
No, nobody knows because there is no credits on that commercial. Neither is there really much research into that since it's a commercial from the 80s. Plus, it's from Australia, so there wouldn't be really much information, anyways.
Hmm.
The character is just supposed to be a random Nintendo employee. Nobody. I don't think it was modeled after a certain person. I don't think it was, and it definitely wasn't like rotoscoped or anything because it doesn't look like it. But I mean, I don't know.
It was more just supposed to be the commercial's whole basis was just to scare game companies because you cannot beat us. You cannot beat like the games that we put out because they were still a powerhouse in the 80s and still dominating the competition as
Oh,
in
I thought
video
it was
games.
supposed to be players because they say we challenge all players to try to beat our games because they're really hard or something. I don't know.
Well, it is a double meaning because it was addressing the players but also addressing the competition because nobody could really compete with them.
Hmm.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that. Thank you.
Hmm.
Did you ever think that there was ever a voice actor for Duck Hunt Dog and Bowser when they were also included in the commercial? This is just like a theoretical question, in your opinion.
I don't know. I think they probably would have had the same voice actor, but with different effects and different pitch.
Hmm. Sounds well. I guess there really truly is a mystery behind Mario's madness and the commercial, because, like you said, nobody knows.
I could find out.
Yeah. Why did you get taken out for working on Unbeatable? It's like making like the main sections with level 1, level 4, things like that. I know you had like in part of the sections like with the touch ups for like the music and all that, but why didn't you ever get a part in the vocals?
I just never got a part in vocals because everybody else was already better in vocal melodies than I am. So it was a combination of me not being confident in myself of doing vocals, and plus my friends being better at melodies than I currently am.
Hmm. Interesting. I also see that you made a Dumb Funk song, which is a Scrumbo related thing. Is that from like a upcoming? Is that from like an upcoming mod that's going to be coming, or is it just something that you made for fun with him?
It's a canceled friend mod that was based around our friend group at the time, and it just got canceled because nobody was really working on it.
When you mentioned the friend group, other than you, Scrumbo, Red TV, and yourself, who else was involved in there?
Well, that's a different friend group from the people in Madness,
Oh,
because there are certain people in that friend group, because it was supposed to be a whole mod thing based around the friend group. It was like 5 or 6 other people that the public wouldn't really know about.
did you ever think that you wanted to make a mod based on like personas or anything of yourself, if you had one?
Oh, I'm currently in one called Apart Manage, but that's gonna have to wait until it has more information publicly available.
Ah, I see. Best believe the team has my regards.
Yep.
Hmm. I also have another thing relating to Sefrica from Pasta Friday. What's that based on? Like more or less, what made you want to choose making a song for Slender Man?
Seraphic. Uh, we did it when I was still in the mod. I originally just wanted to take one of the songs because I was gonna take a Smile Dogs song, but then I decided, why can't I just do Slenderman? Because Scrumbo originally made a Slenderman song for Weekly, so maybe I should make my take around Slenderman.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, and that almost all of this stuff is interesting. That's why I say that word so much.
Hmm.
When you got yourselves involved in Pillar Chase 2, is that another approach to content that you would want to go for one day?
Actually, it is. I would like to be on the team, but uh, regarding anything around the game, it's just like I've just never been able to get on. I just don't know why, but I support my friends who are like actually on
Hmm,
like Scrumbo.
got it. Do you ever plan to do more live streams in the future?
I believe that would probably be something that I would rarely do because I don't know if I'm really confident in myself to stream me making music. Because really, I do a lot of things that probably don't really seem that good. Just sometimes going off key and such, but it's probably something I'd rarely do. Maybe just a test run to see if people are interested in seeing it. But maybe it's something that I have planned.
Got it. Let's see here. Other than Vocaloid and Deltarune, what other communities have you taken interest in?
Uh, I've taken interest in uh, well, it's just Roblox, Deltarune, Friday Night Funkin', uh, Vocaloid. I think those are really the only communities that I'm mainly like invested in like getting into, but there are other communities that I've been half like into, like Bakugan or Pokemon.
Let's see. Forgive me if this may sound unprofessional of me, Temmie. Could you possibly hold things down for just a minute or two? I must go do something at the moment. You can ask FriedFrick any questions if you wanna. I just need to
Did you
handle
say
something quick.
possibly?
Oh
All right.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I can hold it down.
Thank you so much. The floor is yours, Temmie, until I make my return. You can ask him anything related to what we gone over so far. If not, whatever else.
Yeah, I do. So there
Take it away.
was okay. So there was a cut song with the Wario head. I forgot what it was called. Um with the Wario apparition. Was that ever planned to be remade into like a good enough song to be kept in the mod?
So when development was still going for V2, I originally made a remake, a fan remake, kind of for like the song, but that never came into fruition because not many people were interested in just having that second song be there because it didn't really fit to have a second apparition song.
Honestly, about thinking about it and how fake it was, how fake the Wario apparition was, yeah, it only makes sense to really have one.
Yeah, it was man, even I forgot about what like the song name is. It's
I don't remember. I had it on my worst FNF songs, so I should remember it. I don't remember it.
well, whatever it was just we didn't have enough interest in it to just keep it in the mod, so it was just it's it's just there in the legacy section of Madness V2.
Yeah.
It's just called Forbidden Star.
Oh yes. Yeah, I remember. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, I'm back. All right. Now it's my turn once more. Did you ever want to get into voice acting as like another career option that you want to do?
I don't think that I'm personally like I don't think I'm really capable enough to do voice acting because there are lots of my other friends who are like way better than me and that stuff, but I just do it on occasion because it's fun. Like in Pibby Nightmare Evil or Artemis when I did the middle section.
Hmm. When you mentioned Pibby Nightmare, how did you get your start in that mod?
See, the basis of that mod, it was like made in like a day, but we had to wait on music, so it took about like another week to get it out.
Could you
But
get a little bit closer to your microphone? That sounded really distant and too quiet.
yeah, hold on.
I'm surprised I'm surprised somebody even noticed. Lol.
Okay, so that mod, it was just made in like a week. We just did it because we were just messing around in a group chat and I just decided why not just make this mod while we're just like in a late night VC?
Interesting. Is there any other upcoming projects besides FNF that you want to make?
Uh there aren't really any projects that I have as of current that are going besides FNF. There's one project that I'm working on for 20k subscribers.
Yeah, I can see that as if you really are reaching it right now.
19,926.
Interesting. Did you ever think of doing something for like your channel anniversary?
Wait, people do something for that?
Pretty much people do anything for that type of stuff.
Uh, I don't know if I would do that, but I would probably do only subscriber milestones. I don't know if there's a situation where I do something for an anniversary of my channel. Maybe
When
maybe next
I
year.
hit 5 years, I did some special, but for 10 years, I just kind of did a little bit of just a community post about it and stuff. Nothing really too crazy.
Hmm. So you basically don't really want to like plan something out for like an anniversary for your channel, right?
I don't think so, but if I did, it'd probably have to be next year because I made my channel January 5th, 2019.
Interesting. During your time in making music, how did you first feel about making it?
Well, when I was making music at first, I was like 12 at the time. I didn't really care about anyone's opinions on really how it sounded. I just really wanted to make what I liked and what I thought would sound cool to me. So I just got like a whole bunch of sound fonts off like a whole different bunch of sites and just started making music in FL Studio 12.
Interesting. This actually might be a funny question. Think about it if you want to see it as that or not. Will there ever be a time for FriedFrick merch?
Um, uh, uh, I don't, I don't think anyone would seriously wear that.
I would.
Uh,
I would really wear that.
I wore merch from a channel that had 200 subscribers. I still have it.
but
That's commitment right there. I must say that is commitment.
I think merch would have to be a little later down the line, but I would probably just make one piece of merch and that's it.
Please tell me at least be something like a T-shirt or maybe just like maybe a cup that says your name on it, like your
It,
FriedFrick name.
it would just be a t-shirt of cool design plus the channel logo.
Oh, that would actually be cool, Loki. Me personally, I would definitely wear that. I would definitely wear that.
We'll see.
All right, next one. Did, did you ever want to go into making gameplays of video games that have been out for like a while?
Uh, so when I was originally starting out, I wanted to make it a gameplay channel just as anyone else would, but I didn't go through with that because I originally made gameplay stuff back in 2016, but that was back when I was young and it didn't really get much traction. So I only restarted thinking about like making gameplay videos up until like recently, since I've gained an audience.
Got it. Back when we first mentioned retakes, what are some songs that you want to do a retake of if you ever wanted to feel like doing so?
There. It all just depends on whether I feel like the song could have like a different approach to it. I only do retakes if I feel like it would be cool if this song had like a different approach from what it already just has, because I was originally gonna do a retake of It's a Me, but I never finished that.
Hmm. Were there any sources of inspiration that you took in some of your songs that you've made in the past?
Uh, it's all from different bits and pieces of music, like mainly from video games I played in the past, like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Mickey Speedway USA, Bakugan Battle Brawlers, Deltarune, Undertale, Vocaloid songs from like Project Diva. There's Mario games, Sonic games like uh, Sonic 3, Knuckles, just a lot of stuff, and also just stuff that I like got inspired by from like my other musician friends, like the people I just mentioned, like Wallbox Red, Scrumbo. Those were people that I was really like, oh, these guys' music, this is good.
Hmm. Interesting. Are there any video games that you, or ever was a time that you wanted to make your own video game?
Was and still is, because as a child, I always wanted to make my own video game. When I was like, God, it's like when I was like 5 years old, and I don't have the game concept on paper, but I do have the basis of the story in my head. But it's always something that I've just wanted to do forever. I've just never had the chance to.
Hmm. Interestingly enough, did you ever want to like have like decorations in your background area of your quote unquote like in a way home? Like let's say for an example, you wanted to put a lighting of your YouTube channel name in your on your walls. Would you want to do something like that for the future?
Uh, I don't. You mean just like in my like actual room or something, or something
Yeah,
for the other people?
basically like your own actual room.
Uh, I
Remember,
mean, it would
remember, you
be.
still have the option to skip and all that. You still have the options.
I mean, it would be cool, but it's not really something that I'd want. Neither have I thought about.
Hmm. When you first mentioned that you were a concept artist for mods, did you want to be like a main artist before you became a musician?
Oh, I was a sprite artist way before I was a musician in the community. So, so sprite art mainly improved my art, but I also got I got burnt out when I started making more sprite art, so I just stopped doing it.
Hmm. Best believe that's probably one of the interesting things I've ever heard in my life. And I'm saying this as somebody who doesn't even have a single thing about it.
Hmm.
Did you ever want to learn how to make animations? Like animations of like fighting and all that action?
that was something that I wanted to do when I was like way younger, and still had the passion to try and be like an artist. But the only thing that I ever did was only just make FNF sprite animations. That's it. I never went further than that.
Interesting. Interesting. Two. Who are some big people that you'd want to meet in the future, other than the ones that you know now?
That's a big question.
You can name anyone FNF and non FNF.
I would probably want to meet John Joy Tay, Smooth McGroove, uh, and who else is uh if I'm trying to keep it within the more video game space of it, it's just I don't think many people, but there are a lot of people that I just do look up to in the music space.
Hmm. All right, that's a good thing too. What do you think is a purpose in making the music that you gotta do now?
Uh while making all the music that I have been, it's all just being the main goal in the end is for me to improve as a musician and to get to even greater heights than I'm already at now.
Hmm. Interesting. Alrighty. It looks like that I only have like probably like three more questions, maybe four. How do you feel that you were able to get the chance in for the interview that you're in right now?
Can you repeat that?
Basically with me.
Uh, I was just planning on mainly just doing this interview because I really have nothing to do up until school starts, and I've only been focusing on commissions since a lot of my mods have been kind of on pause work wise.
Hmm. Were there any old mods that you made in the past that you want to bring back one day?
I I want to bring back uh I want to bring back Funkalion. Funkalion was like it had a lot of great concepts for what the mod was based off of, and it had a lot of potential, but mod development just slowed down to a halt.
Got it. I must say that really is the way to go. Is
I'll
there?
say.
Yeah. What made you want to start doing the commissions that you do now? Was it just out of boredom, or did you like want to make money?
Well, actually, just kind of both. Uh, well, there's some personal things in life that I'm having a bit of issues with, so I can't really make much money as of now. Plus, YouTube has been slowing down on their watch hours for my channel, so I haven't been gaining much money as of late, and such as on my album release too. So I've just been taking commissions because I just need more money for stuff because there isn't really much work I can do in other mods right now since I'm almost done with all my mod work in general. So why not just make money off of it?
What are the commissions for?
He
Music,
said they're like for to make money for some things
No,
that he
no,
has.
no. I mean, like, what can people commission you for?
music.
Yeah, music.
Music? Okay.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be cheap. I'm pretty sure the prices would probably not be cheap.
Yeah,
I believe the prices are fair.
I just wanted to, ask because I'm always looking for more people to commission for BETADCIUs and stuff. I didn't think you made them, but I thought it was important to ask.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you for putting an emphasis on that one.
Mhm.
Alrighty, so I think I got like two more now, and then we are going to end it here.
Got it.
Is there anyone that you like to thank during your journey of the person that you are now?
Ooh. Uh, are we talking online or personal?
It could be both.
Uh, people that I've met for like the past like 2 years, my school friends, my mom, my sister, my two sisters actually,
Mhm.
and my a lot of my friends, just a lot of my friends, like a few like Lava Lamau, Carol Lemonade, Yoshinova, Ashtat, Persona Random, Lana Rose, Sadrev, Trumbo, Red, Wabox, Marco. I could go on, but it's a lot of people
Hmm.
that have helped me on this journey towards being a better person and just motivate me to keep going.
Well, I can say right now that they all do great works from what I've seen.
They're all great. I love them with all my heart.
Amen to that one. All right, final question. How do you feel that you're in the position that you're in now?
God, what do I say? Do I say that I'm anxious, but I'm also grateful? Because it is a big position to be in with having the pressure of having an audience and just a reputation and all the people that have eyes on you. But then you're also being seen, you're being heard, and your work is being like also seen in general. It's just all I can say is that I'm just grateful for just where I am right now.
Hmm. Well, I must say that is a great way to go out. I must really say. Well, that concludes what we have now for this interview. FriedFrick, I genuinely thank you for giving me the chance to do this with you.
It's no problem. It's no problem.
I really like to interact with you more one day. Well, I don't know. I mostly would just be bored.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, well now y'all can expect two more interviews coming up tomorrow, maybe next week. Who knows? Other than that, I have been your interviewer, Toka Yatagami, and the three of us are out.